Hi there, my name is Michelle Beretta and I own helloworld in Warkworth, and I've been in the travel industry for 17 years. Now I was diagnosed with epilepsy 3 years ago, and probably it must have been one of the darkest days of my life. I think having epilepsy is something that you hear about and probably never really realize the severity of that word. And it's something that I knew about, probably something that you read in a doctor's room and you just turn the page in the magazine. And I just never forget the day that I heard that word, that Michelle, you've got epilepsy. And I think when I went home to kind of digest what I'd been diagnosed with, I kind of didn't really realize that it was just going to be as tough as it was, and probably still is going to be, but I've just managed to conquer so many milestones. But when I went through, it was just that I had had just so many dark times, and epilepsy is a tough road, and so many people just don't realize how tough it is. I just remember reading books and getting no answers, and I probably needed a whole lot more support than I reached out for, never realizing that there's a society that I could have gone to. And fortunately I had my family and a very supportive sister, and I had access to the most amazing neurologist, and I just never had answers for some of these questions. Just how could my life have just changed so much, and how could I just have gone from having an amazing life to now not being able to drive and not being able to work, and from owning a business to now not being able to run a business or having to rely on staff. And now just, little things like saying to my children, I'm going to take my grandchildren now, I'm going to take the grandchildren off for a swim. And all of a sudden I realized my son said to me, Mom, we're all going for a swim. And I worked out that actually my son was taking me for a swim with my grandchildren, because they realized that actually I couldn't take my grandchildren for a swim on my own in case I had an epileptic fit and a seizure. And that just was so hard realizing that privilege was now taken away from me, and for something that I just didn't understand why. And so there were just so many other little things that just didn't make sense. Like I couldn't drive down to the dairy, I couldn't go to a barbecue feeling like I could actually just be comfortable, that maybe I just could have a seizure. So day by day things all of a sudden became huge. I became almost like a recluse, not out of wanting to, but probably out of necessity. And necessity because I didn't want others to see this, or actually just put into to see what could happen to me. I don't know, it was something that I wanted to protect them from, but also just protect myself from. Pretty tough for everybody all round, and for a family. And I just think that there are a lot of people that we possibly just call what I suppose is not normal people, but there are so many people out there that just don't realize how tough it is for epileptics, just how hard it is for people that have to go and do things day by day, that it's just not so easy for them to do. And simple things that other people can just get up and pack up and go and enjoy. For an epileptic, it's not so easy. And actually for their family, it's not so easy. And for mums who have children, it's not so easy for them either. And I just want everybody to realize that there's a support system out there for parents and for people who have epilepsy. And we probably don't realize that we don't actually reach out to them. We probably also don't realize that we don't support that foundation. And they do a huge amount of work for people like myself. And boy, there are people out there that work so hard to give people like myself and people that just work tireless hours to help people with epilepsy. Because there are youngsters that suffer, that just don't get to enjoy things that your children would normally enjoy. There are teenagers that just don't get to enjoy things like your teenagers would enjoy. And there are people like myself that just never ever got to enjoy things that I would have got to enjoy. But I tell you that I've had a huge change and a big shift. I had a neurologist who I had medication change, and I tell you now, I've been 6 months seizure free. And I had my first white Christmas. I went to Europe and I had my white Christmas, and I went through Europe for a month, and I just went and I enjoyed my time and went in seizure free into pubs, into cafes. I went into Italy, and I just embraced cooking classes, knowing that I just actually had no fear of having a seizure, because I now was controlled. And on the 15th of March, I got my license back. I got it back. And I tell you, when I got that phone call, the lady who phoned me, I tell you, I said to her, you just don't realize how important this is to me. I said to her, I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to go around and I'm going to just make sure that I open my window of my vehicle. I'm going to make my music go to the top level. I'm going to make sure I go past a traffic cop and make sure he stops me and he asks me for my license, because you don't realize how important a license can be. Because my license wasn't taken away because I was done for DIC. It was taken away because of something that I had no control over. And really, sometimes those things are the toughest moments. And when you get given those special things back, they are so vitally important. So for all of you guys out there, I really just ask you, please support us. Support the Epilepsy Society. Please give everything that you possibly can for us, because everything that you give us makes a difference to people like me.